Hey there, Jitendra. So you've written some new essays. Well done. Let's get right into this. Okay, this is a tricky one. It's rainfall. And boy, look at those figures. So let's see what you had to say. The line graph reveals the information of rainfall in 3 countries, England, Scotland, and Wales, for 1 year starting from January to December in 2018. Okay. Now, since it's only June, and these months have not happened yet, it's essentially predictions. So the first thing you really need to mention here is that it's the rainfall in 3 countries, etc., from January to present, with predictions into December 2018. Okay, it's really important to mention that you're not stating these as fact, but simply just as predictions. All right, moving on. In England, the amount of rainfall in January was recorded at just above 100 millimeters. Let's see if that's correct. England, yes, that's true, which slightly increased in the next month by 5 millimeters and dipped to 90 in March. That's true. The trend of rising, not raising. You raise something, but something just rises with no object. So the trend of rising and falling continues, S, for a couple of months and reaches its lowest figure in the graph for the month of June at around 70 ml. Let's see. Yep, that's accurate. After that, it is predicted, perfect, that's exactly what you have to do here, that the level of rain will fluctuate and will remain around 120. Well, it doesn't remain, but it ends the year, okay, at 120. That's very well done. I'm glad you used verbs like predicted. It is predicted. In Scotland, the amount of rain in January was 120 ml, which dropped unexpectedly to its lowest level of 20 ml in February and rocketed the next month, not in, but rocketed the next month to its peak value of 135. In April, the amount of rain were less than 50 ml, which is fine, and then started to go up, slightly until June. Then, I wouldn't even have written afterwards. It is predicted to drop until September, when it will climb up in October. What's going on here? Let's see. Scotland, which is light blue. So it goes to its lowest point, and then it hits basically its peak in October. So I would mention that. So let's see how you dealt with this. So then it is predicted to drop until September to its lowest point, and the following month it will reach a peak in October. Okay, so this is some of the important stuff that you're missing here. If you just talk about rises and increases, you're missing the important data. Okay, so all of these high points and low points are things that you really, really need to mention. Okay, and will decrease. Don't use this in the passive voice. So, and it will decrease to 50 before reaching 105, not to reaching 105 without the 2 in December. In Wales, capitalize the W, please. The rainfall was 50 in January, comma, increased slightly in February and decreased to its lowest point in April at, don't forget the at here, around 30 ml. And then in the next month, it went up sharply to 110 and dipped by 50 ml in June. It is predicted that the highest amount of rain will be in July at 125 ml and will go down, because it's a prediction, okay? It's for the future. And will go down just below the month of June's record. Fine. It will remain constant for 2 months before reaching 105 ml in November, and it will dip down in December to 52. Fine. But where is your overview? Here it is. Overall, it can clearly be seen that in each country, the amount of rain in January will be approximately the same as the month of December. Let's see if that's true. So in January, you've got, I wouldn't say that's true. Kind of. Why don't you say something else instead? Because I don't think that's true for certain for England. Okay, and even for Wales, I mean, there's a difference there of about 10 ml. So, and as well as Scotland. So I'm not sure that your overview is completely accurate. Instead, what you could have said was that despite much fluctuation, it appears that England has the highest rainfall of the 3 regions. And I think that there's no doubt about that, because even at its lowest point, England is higher than the other 2. Okay, England's lowest points never reach as low as Scotland's and Wales. So I think that would have been a good overview. Okay, you could see that England has much less fluctuation. Its high point is around here at around 130 or so, and then it goes as low as like 70 or so, but it never hits the lows of Scotland and Wales. So for me, that would be the most accurate overview. All right, let's go into your second task. Is it here? No, it's not. Okay, so hold on, let's take a look at that, where that is. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, this is it. It's the shopping online. Shopping, working, and communicating online. So let's see what you had to say about this. Now, this is one where it says, to what extent do you support this? Okay. So experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether shopping, working, and communicating through the, don't forget that, the World Wide Web has both positive or negative impact. Some believe that doing daily activities with the help of the internet has negative effects, here don't forget that word, towards societies. Yet personally, I strongly disagree. This essay will discuss both issues by using the examples from the UK government and IMF studies to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, perfect. On the one hand, Amazon, video conference, and Facebook comprise some of the largest social challenges to any government and its citizens in the 21st century. Challenges? Really? Or possibilities, opportunities, platforms, something. I'm not sure that challenges is really the best word here. The central reason behind this is that use of these advanced technologies reduces the social interaction between people as a result, and you're missing an and here, and as a result, people do not have emotional and physical support to each other. Okay, I'm not really crazy about this. They don't display emotional and physical support. They don't exhibit these things, but not necessarily have. So, for example, recent empirical research by the UK government demonstrated that 60% of people are alone due to excessive use of social media. It must not be forgotten that besides this technology, there is a social life which cannot be replaced by any technical devices. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that use of these actions without any contact with other individuals is a negative development. All right, I like your conclusion there very much. Let's see about your next paragraph. Okay. On the other hand, there is ample evidence that use of technology to do shopping, working, and communicating helps people to save their valuable time as well as the cost. This is largely because people can do this shopping through the internet from their home or office, and really sometimes all you need is an and they are even able to compare price on different websites to get the best values for goods, not the goods, because if you say the goods, then you have to specify which goods. So, for example, the goods they want to purchase, that would be okay. For instance, recent IMF studies show that 80% of people who use internet shopping, without this apostrophe S, are able to save, are able to save $100 from their weekly budget, and that's perfect. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that this development has a positive impact towards society and the individuals. From the environment, I don't know where I saw the word environments. Okay, from the arguments in the examples given, I firmly believe that doing daily activity through the internet has a positive development. It is predicted, careful with this word here, that online activities will increasingly grow in importance. Now, here's the only problem that I really see with this. You talked about shopping, working, and communicating, but your example only focuses on shopping. So then why mention communicating and why mention working? If you're going to do it in your topic sentence, you should definitely analyze it in your paragraph as well. If you're not going to talk about it in your paragraph, then just exclude it and talk about shopping. However, let's look again at what the topic said. It is possible to shop, work, and communicate. So it was right of you to address these in your paragraph, but look at what you did. You didn't, you didn't develop them at all, really. I mean, so especially since you do believe that the internet is a valuable tool, you didn't develop it. So in my opinion, you spent far too much time analyzing the shopping aspect rather than the other aspects that the task asks you to answer. So, on the whole, well done. There were a lot of really good elements to this essay, but there were some areas that you really should have improved. Okay? So, think about what I've said. Really, it's so important to analyze the task here a little better. Shop, work, and communicate. Okay, so think about that and try to correct this essay, try to add the errors to your error correction list, and come back to us with your next essays, improved and better, showing that you have benefited from these video corrections. Okay, I'll leave you to that task, so good luck with your writing. I'll be here, I'll be waiting to see what you have to write for us next.